Test 1, 2. Okay, there we go, folks. I needed to reconfigure my headphones here really quickly. So, welcome, everyone. This is, where the heck are we? Gunnison, Colorado. And we're flying tonight with the Virtual USA Flying Club. They've got a Colorado fly-in that they're doing, and we're a little bit behind. So, I think we should go ahead and let's, before we start the intro, let's make sure we have it ready to go. I think we do have it ready to go. All right, let's see what happens. All right, folks. Let's quickly brief the route today. Actually, this is the entire route. We're going to start here in Gunnison Crested Butte Regional and make our way kind of along this route up to Grand Junction, Colorado, and then a little bit of a northerly loop and end up at Aspen. Now, I missed the flight briefing, so we're going to do the best we can here, and I'm going to just quickly go through it so that I have my own mental notes. We're going to come out of here. We're going to pick up this Blue Mesa Reservoir. We have we have a power line here that we could look at, but the Blue Mesa Reservoir is going to spit us out pretty darn close to this road that leads us into Montrose. From Montrose, we're going to turn a little bit to the northwest. There's another small, looks like a small reservoir with a dam. There's also a railroad track. That leads us up here into Grand Junction, Colorado. That's where we'll make our first stop. And the rest of it we'll brief later on because, like I said, I'm a little behind and want to get myself going and caught up and all that good stuff. So I've got all the covers, tie downs, all that stuff removed. Fuel cargo is set. Let's get the parking brake. Let's make sure it's set. Oh, it was set. And fuel selector valves, we got to make sure those guys are on. This flight also serves as a bit of a test. Do have a new motherboard, and I'm trying to get everything reconfigured. Part of the delay with the start of the stream actually was that I hadn't fired up OBS since the new motherboard install. So that's this will be interesting to see if this goes. I haven't tested it out, so we're gonna figure it out together here. But okay, the fuel selectors would just turn on power. Let's make sure everything is responding here. Power lever idle, prop lever idle, fuel condition lever is cut off. We will start the main battery. That's a good sign. Let's turn the beacon on. We need the auxiliary fuel pump on. We need to go ignition switch. Let's see, ignition switch. That needs to come on as well. And we're going to start the motor in the low motor. We're going to wait until 14 on the ITT. And then we're going to move that fuel lever to low idle. Oops, that's that guy right there. All right, low idle. I have a hard time seeing it, so I just kind of move it up about a fourth of the way on my throttle quadrant. Dimitri Lee checking in, as is Titanium Druid. Hello, gentlemen. Great to see you guys. Happy Tuesday. Not too late if you want to join Gunnison, Colorado to Grand Junction, Colorado, VFR. Alright, that's going good. We're going to move the prop lever full forward. Let's see, we can turn the starter off. And gosh darn, I'm sorry guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Holy cow, starter off. Not to, there to go to off. Ignition switch can come off. The prop lever is at max RPM. Auxiliary pump can go to standby. The avionics bus can come on. Auxiliary bus can come on. The generator and alternators can come on. All right. I think we are in business. We are flying the Thranda Kodiak, my friend. And the reason why we had originally scheduled the Piper Turbo Aero, but we've not had the best luck with the Piper Turbo Aero, and especially when there's icing conditions, and that's what we have a little bit over towards Grand Junction. So
2-3.
anyway, so that's what we have, and as you can hear in the background, we also have a little bit of Unicom. Let me close that down. We have some Unicom frequencies going on. Well, not really. We have a back channel going on at the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord server, so we'll hop in and out there as needed. But right now, I don't think we need to worry about that. But we do need to kind of get a feel for, hello, Mrs. Thranda, kind of who's where, and I don't know what order we're in, and I think they've got a pretty good group. It looks like I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys already in the air. We may be 8, or there might be another guy next to us here, 9. And I don't know if this guy is just a static plane, but looks like there's going to be a good group. These guys do a nice job. Great group to connect with, and so we do have Denver air traffic control on, which is awesome. And we're going to also have some at least approach into both Aspen and Grand Junction, as well as Tower and Grand Junction. So that's pretty cool. We are just going to check the weather. We're just about ready to go here, guys. I'm showing active sky saying 3011 for the altimeter. Let's see if we can get that spun up there. And yep, 7660. That's let's check that altitude. Yep, 7680 is what the Sky Vector sectional says, so we'll take that. And again, we're wanting to head out of here basically kind of 245-ish. So we'll spin that heading around, get that lined up. Not really going to worry about any VORs just yet. If we get turned around, we do have a few that we can make use of along the way. Blue Mesa, Montrose, and Grand Junction, they all have their own VORs that we could tune if we want. But we'll try to read the sectional. We'll try to go pure pilotage, and well, it won't be pure pilotage because we'll have the glass here and all this good fun stuff as well. But we'll take advantage of the tools that we have. I mean, we do it sometimes without anything, so it's kind of fun to have a little bit of glass every now and again. So let's see what else. Checking the rest of the. We're gonna file. We've filed flight following right now, and so we'll pick that up as soon as we depart. Montrose is a non-controlled airfield, so we just need to talk to each other here on the ground. And I need to get tuned in here, guys, before I 2280. So I haven't heard anybody, so that's good. And that means that we're kind of the last guys here, and you can maybe get it rocking and rolling. I will set. Before we get too far here, let's spin the altitude up to 10,500. That's what we have filed, and we'll probably use a little bit of autopilot just to kind of help us along the way, so we can look out and about and see things. I don't know. Maybe we'll hand fly it. I guess we can figure that out as we go. But all right. So frequencies tuned, clearance obtained, or we will obtain it. Flight plan has been filed. Altimeter altitude heading all set. CDI is set to GPS if we need it, which we know it should be set to VOR. There we go. If we need to tune something in, we need to have that on VOR. And okay, let's get the nav light, taxi light on. We will turn pitot heats on, even though it's a nice day out right now. There's a bit of icing as we get closer to Grand Junction, so we'll just have that on. And then we do have an icing system here. Oh, and the other thing we need to do is let's turn this on just so we have the passengers nice and comfortable. And but yeah, we've got an anti-icing system down here, which hopefully will help a lot better than not having it, which is what happened last time when I was in the Turbo Aero. And well, needless to say, it didn't work too well. So that's kind of the switch into this plane. All right, flight controls free and correct. Let's test the brakes. They're working good, and I think we're just about ready to rock and roll. The other thing about the weather here, guys, is winds 350 at 5, so it's going to be a little bit of a crosswind departure, isn't it? I'm looking here at my sectional in Gunnison. Yeah, we've got runway 24 and runway 6, so I think, yeah, not really a great choice there. I do have, it looks like maybe an old runway or something. I don't know that that's even a thing anymore, is it? Do we have a second runway that runs a little more north? Oh, sure enough, we have a turf gravel runway. It's 2,981 feet. Hey, this is an off-road. This is a bush plane, man. I think we're going to take it. That way we can depart 3.5 right directly into the wind, and yeah, that'll be good to go. Where the heck that is, we're going to have to find it here, and being quite unfamiliar with the airfield, I think maybe we need to take advantage of a little bit of this. Let's see if we can. I have no idea if it, if I can get it to spin up or not. Oh, it's not really wanting to do anything right now. Yeah, maybe we'll just wander around. It's right in the middle, I mean, of the other asphalt runway, so I would guess that's the asphalt runway over there. So I would think if we taxied along that asphalt runway, we would find what we need. I think this is actually the end of the airfield, so I'm feeling like we need to turn back around and taxi a little bit back to where our tail is pointing right now. I don't know that for a fact, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And I don't know again what we have, but we'll make a call here, and we'll take that gravel runway. What the heck? And Gunnison traffic, Kodiak 11816. We're taxiing runway 35, Gunnison. Okay, very good. We're going to go fuel full forward here. We will lean that back out for taxi. And yeah, if we don't find it here as we go to the left, then it's not a big airfield, so we can go back to the right. Boy, look, there's a hill there. Am I looking at? Oh, this is facing. All right, hold on for a second. So yeah, so the runway, it's probably down out here somewhere. And yeah, Mrs. Thranda, do you see anything down there? Well, you know what? As I'm looking again at the diagram here, see if I can make heads or tails of where this is exactly. Boy. Yeah, I can't. I don't really. Okay. Well. Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. Let's go this way a bit. See if we can pick out a taxiway. If not, we can depart crosswind. That's okay. We're giving those guys a bit of a head start anyway. They, the lead dog, which is Jet Pilot Cinnamon, who is the proprietor, owner and proprietor of the Virtual USA Flight Club FBO, is leading, and he's topping out at a whopping 106 knots. So we can give them a bit of a head start there. I think we'll be okay. So this is a 24 and 6 intersection. Doesn't look like that goes through. And I'm curious. This is a default airport, so it may not be modeled. And if if that's the case, so be it as well. I'm not super worried about that, but I don't think I have the bush tires on though, do I? I don't remember how to check. I have the I do have the Tundra tires on, so we're ready. We're ready for anything. Here's the 1-7 approach. Okay, so this will be where we may just have to back taxi on the... Yeah, we're going to depart that way. We might just have to back taxi down this runway, because I don't know if it has... Good grief, I don't even know if I see it. 1-7 approach. Could it be this strip of white right here, maybe? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Alright, we're gonna take it. Gunnison traffic, Kodiak 11816. We're back taxiing runway 35 VFR departure to the west. Gunnison. Yep, that looks like it's our boy. Of course, we're gonna hit the default ground in between the runways, which is always pretty mushy. And so we'll have to give it a little bit more juice to get through here. But once we get on that other side, I would guess that that's well modeled here. Gunnison traffic, Kodiak 816. We're crossing runway 24, Gunnison. Now we'll see if any of those other boys took the gravel runway. We'll have to give Mike a hard time if they didn't. Yep, definitely no taxiway here. Just the basic dirt runway. This plane though has very, very good STOL characteristics, and it is STOL equipped. It's got the wing extensions, and of course super powerful. Boy, this dirt runway is even feeling a little bit spongy. So it'll be nice that we're taking off into the wind anyway, because that'll help. It's not a huge wind, but 6 knots is 6 knots, so we'll take that. The gravel would be to your left. Yeah, I took a right, Titanium Druid, so I hope I'm going to end up in the right spot here, but I think I'll be okay. I'm going to head down here as far as I can to the south, turn around, give it the once over here, and be ready to go. This doesn't really do a whole heck of a lot. It would have been faster to depart westbound, but I don't know. If I've got a chance to take a turf runway, how can you pass that up, right, guys? All right, so we're going to set notch of flaps, and let's just take a peek. Our trim here. Oops, let's not get too crazy. Make sure our trim is where it needs to be. Oops. Yep, I think we're okay. We are again at elevation here. I mean, this is a 7,000 foot, 7,600 foot airstrip here, so it's going to take quite a bit of runway to get this thing off. But I think almost 3,000 foot should be good, even on a mushy gravel strip. And then we'll see if we can't get caught up to the rest of the boys. Maybe we can jump into the Discord back channel and talk a little bit. We should be able to contact center once we get online. In fact, when we get down here to the end, we'll make sure we get that frequency set and be ready to get our flight following. Hope everybody's had a good day. You know, those midweek days, they can sometimes get you a little bit, but it's always nice to have something to look forward to, whether it's coming home to family, which my wife made an awesome enchilada dinner tonight, and or maybe coming home to some friends in a group flight, or coming home to a new computer case. I can put this beast back together. Kenny Monster, hello! Yeah, so looking forward to showing you guys that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Right now I have everything out. It's running great. It's just sitting on top of my box, completely exposed to the world. So that's not good. But it'll be in the case here in the next day or so. All right, Denver Center is 3560. Let's spin that in just so that we're ready when it's time to pick up flight following. Hats off to Denver Center for jumping in here. They found out about the event and they're really doing a good job of staffing. So appreciate that, guys. If you're watching later on, thanks for coming out and supporting the Virtual USA Flying Club. Aquafunkalistic Booty Wap, hello, hello, hello. All right, you guys tuned in at the right time. Can I get this beast off the ground in 2,800 feet? That is the question. We're only going to single notch of flaps too. I wonder if I should go 2 notches. I think we'll be okay. All right, here we go, boys. Let's make this happen. Yep, we're getting a bunch of reds because we're over torquing just a bit. Backing off on the power. There we go. That's better. If you advance the power too quick, it does not like that. And I've made smoke in the cockpit several times learning this plane. I'm needing about 75. There's rotation speed. Oh, that was they made that look. This baby made that look easy. All right. Gunnison traffic, Kodiak 816. We're going to make a left-hand departure and leave the airspace VFR westbound, Gunnison. I forgot to make a call that we were taking the runway. That's not good. Not good. All right, so you guys will have to tell me. This is the first stream since I've upgraded to the new motherboard. Let me know how the levels are. If you can hear the engine sounds, or if they're too loud, or if I'm too loud, or whatever. Just let me know in the chat, and I appreciate the feedback. Okay, flaps are coming up, and we'll build some airspeed here. And we're looking for the Blue Mesa reservoir, but before we do that, we're going to check in with Denver Center. We'll get a little flight following. Denver Center, Kodiak 11816. May not quite be high enough. Yes, hello, sir. Just departed VFR from Gunnison. We'd like to pick up flight following, if able.
And the aircraft is coming off of Gunnison. Looks like you're not showing up on my radar just yet, but I will keep a lookout for you here.
Okay, yeah, we'll stand by, or we'll check in here in a little bit too. Just let us know. All right, so
Delta 447, it's just the Connor 5 red table, just
there I think is the reservoir we're looking for. That's cool. So let's do this. I'm going to set the autopilot for now. I'm going to set heading mode, and we're just going to let this plane work a little bit here. I have not flown down here, so I kind of like to get my bearings. I kind of like to gawk around a little bit.
And Delta 447, readback is correct.
And we can adjust the vertical speed here. What are we climbing at? We'll go about 10,000 feet per minute. Let's take a peek here at our pressures and temperatures. Yep, a little bit on the high side with our ITT right now. That's not good. Let's just back things off a little bit. There's 10.5. We're level, so we need to look for a cruise. Let's see, the numbers need to be 1670, no more than 1670 on the torque, and about 2,000 on the RPM. We're actually pretty close to that right there. I'm gonna say that's good. We'll hang with that. And we'll follow the Kenny Monster. He can't quit Aquafunk. It's good to feel the love, guys. I appreciate that, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm following you guys around when I go from stream to stream, and it's like, oh, we were just here at Agent Bravo 7. Oh, now we're here at 757 Spy. Oh, now we're here at... Yeah, it's... We really need to branch out and make new friends, I think, is what we need to do, right? Or either that or nobody else likes hanging out with us. Hard to tell. All right, guys. We are definitely the caboose of this train. We already have a bunch of guys coming into Grand Junction. But I predict that we'll catch up pretty quick. We do have some quick planes here, but we also have some Skyhawks and a Skylane or two. So, you know, there's going to be a little bit of everything. DR40. Oh, that was...
I believe it was November 11816.
Yes, sir. Just departed Gunnison VFR westbound. Would like to pick up flight following if possible. November 11816.
November 11816. Definitely doable here. Squawk 1444.
1444 Kodiak 11816. All right, good deal. So 1444. All right, we're in, baby. We are in. Yeah, so Aquafunk, the next leg is Grand Junction to Aspen if you want to hop in. And very, very good group. There's a Discord back channel there. And we'll pop in. I'm going to actually unmute that.
Slowing now. Ground speed's 114 as I
You can hear those guys work their magic.
It's going to get much slower here in just a minute.
All right, I'm at 120. I'll back.
November 11816, radar contact 6 miles west of the Blue Mesa VOR at 10,500.
Affirm.
Kodiak 816. All right, fear not, boys. The caboose is in the air. I'll pick up any spare parts that you guys dropped along the way.
There you go, Brant. Welcome.
November 11816, I will advise you that you are currently going through a mountainous region, which our radar does not pick up. In fact, as soon as I picked you up, you just dropped here. So you're more than welcome to stay on the frequency here, but I will not be able to provide radar services until you get around the Mike Tango Juliet VOR area.
All right, understood. Oops. All right, understood. And we'll stay on frequency, and then when we pop out the other side, if we can resume flight following, that'd be fantastic.
At the 11816, yep, it looks like the radar region would be about 30 miles, so not that far.
816. All right, very good, very good. Okay, so again, we'll keep those guys on in the voice channel there, the Discord, and yeah, Aquafunk. I think, man, jump in here. It's a good time, and VFR radio procedures. Yeah, I think that I think Mike was suggesting we do that just to kind of give the ATC a little bit of love. Give them something to do since they came in here. I don't think they necessarily had planned on being here tonight, but they popped in for us and are supporting us. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If you want to just file straight VFR, you're welcome to do that as well.
What's the field elevation?
It's about 4,900 feet.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right, so we're making almost 150
right,
knots, so we'll be eating these guys up a little bit. It actually should be pretty darn good, really, by the time it's all said and done. And well, you know what, Aquafunkolistic Booty Wap, today's the perfect day to get better because it's kind of moderate traffic, and I'll leave the radio on, I'll leave the back channel on, and you can hear many examples. You could hear 10 examples before you leave, and all you have to do is just follow the leader and do a little I Spy thing. But yeah, this is the perfect time to work on stuff like that. And as you're going to hear, I'm not exactly well versed in it myself, which is which is why I'm doing it. I think it's fun to do that. Yeah, it's what's really fun if I get close enough and you can listen to Jet Pilot Cinnamon, he's a real world E135 pilot. Those guys that are real world pilots, man, they're just so silky smooth, and they say in like 10 words what it takes me 3 sentences and a half an hour to say over the radio. But that's how at least that's how I improve, man. I just listen to guys that know what they're doing and just try to emulate them, and slowly you kind of, I think, develop your own style as well. But anyway, come along. Everybody's welcome, and I know they'd love to have you. It's a cool group.
So, Mike, once we all land, you just want us to like pull off and park in for
Yeah, we're all gonna pull off. We're gonna all park in the FBO. So pretty much you're just gonna park here where I'm at, and then we're gonna
So I even have the cargo pod attached just because I knew I'd be a little quicker. And just what a plane! Doggone it, what a plane!
Are you in next one?
Yes, I am.
Really, really versatile, but very also modern. And you know what? Doggone it! I'm gonna hand fly this guy. I don't. Why let the autopilot have all the fun? So Kenny's joining up too. I think I heard it here first. Yeah, guys, jump in. I'm telling you, grab your low and slow, and I mean the route itself total is only 192 miles. I mean, so split that in half, right? You're less than 100 miles each. Yep, this is the Kodiak, the Thranda Kodiak. And so I'm going to turn the flight director. I don't need you just yet. So, all right. So here we go. We need to navigate a little bit. So we're going to follow this valley, and hopefully we'll locate the town of Cimarron here pretty soon. This little valley, I don't know. It might take us a little further. It does start to turn north, so I think we may hop out of it here. I didn't set my timer. That's a mistake. The first leg here was only 26 nautical miles. I'm wondering if we... Oh, those keys are mapped to something.
Alright, so
That's
what'll
not
happen,
good.
guys, is we'll regroup once a bunch of us get landed, and then I'm gonna go and redo the brief for leg 2. We'll make sure we refile our flight plans and get moving on leg 2.
All right, so
I'm
going to hop out of this valley. We're supposed to stay roughly on a 245 heading, and so I feel like
I'm gonna wait till a bunch of us are on the ground and we get regrouped, and I'm gonna go.
I feel like I don't need to keep following. Plus, that kind of dead ends a little bit here. So we're going to come over here. We're looking for. There's not a ton of great visuals here, guys, but it does look like. I mean, maybe this is as far as maybe we do need to turn and kind of chase it, because this is a river that, or the top end, the west end of the lake here. So maybe we do need to turn a little bit. I think maybe we'll do that. So 074, we're going to head a little bit more westbound. And I'm trying to get a fix on this terrain. There is a 9,716 foot area of elevation. I think that might be it. If that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and reset my timer. And I have, those buttons are mapped to something in my aircraft. I'm sure hope it's not something important like gear and, well, this isn't retractable. What am I thinking? Flaps? I don't know. Oh, that's pretty. What a beautiful plane. Even with the cargo pod. Okay, so 274, 21 nautical miles. We're looking for the town of Montrose and the airfield of Montrose. Montrose Regional. If we could find either of those, I'd be a happy camper. We did not necessarily find the town of Cimarron, though, I don't think. Which makes me feel like not as confident. Is that little reservoir that's dammed up? I don't know. This looks awful lot like default scenery too. And I burned some ortho tile in here. What the heck? What the heck? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. My imagination. But I cooked some ortho. And I thought I had it configured correctly. Maybe not. Well, we're going to find out.
Delta 447 running 25.
That does not look very... Does not look very photoreal, does it? Must have done something incorrect.
Which side of the runway is the FBO on?
Alright, so this looks like we've got a little community coming up here.
Roger.
So that could potentially be our city of Montrose. Yeah, that's looking really very, very
Looks like Mike pulled into the
default.
Alpha 6, if you guys want to reference.
Well, that's a bummer.
That's correct.
But we'll get it fixed for the next time we're down here.
Sweet. I'll swing into the ramp momentarily.
Alright, so let's see here. Oh, Kenny still only has the demo. Oh gosh, yeah, water heater comes first, man. I hear you. Yep. Bills. They keep coming. They don't stop. Well, hopefully those pennies will add up here, and at a certain point you'll be able to get hooked up and join the group. And it really is nice. I mean, the cost of the game essentially is what you need, and then for the most part you can do just about everything you need, at least what we like to do, for free. You get the prop strike mod on the default 172. You can even burn ortho tile for free, and so it's
if anybody has good model matching, it takes some
447, you're going for runway 25.
It's a fun thing.
South there, so you have to take golf down to
all right. Well, is this our town? Looks like there's some streets here. So we should have the airfield is just to the north of the town up here, so I'll be looking for that as well.
November, Papa Oscar Romeo Oscar 3.
Well, maybe this isn't.
Flight level 180.
Yeah, it sure does look like a town, doesn't it?
Maintain flight level 180. TPM Papa Oscar Romeo Oscar 3.
Okay, there's our town. What we're thinking is Montrose, and there's an airfield. All right, very nice. The Montrose airfield has two runways, one that runs north-south and one that kind of runs northwest. And I'm definitely seeing the northwest. It looks like this guy here. Do I see the north-south intersecting? Yes, I think I do. It's a little off. Yep, a little off. I think it would look better, obviously, with the ortho, but that's okay. So from Montrose, we need to turn on a 318 heading, by the way. And so let me do that. Let me just spin this again. Just spin this guy around for reference more than anything. 318. We're managing to hold our altitude pretty well.
Unfortunately, no further ATCs available. Monitor UCOM 122.8, have a great one.
All right, here we go. Turning 318. I'm kind of wondering a little bit now. I did a stream earlier, and it had a bunch of these crop circles, which is not all that. I mean, that's kind of the way this.
11816, Denver Center.
November 11816. Go ahead.
November 11816. You have popped back up on the radar. Radar contact.
All right, and we're intending to make a full stop at Grand Junction.
November 11816. Roger.
Okay, I was thinking we were doing pretty good on our altitude, and now all of a sudden we're a little high, a little low. But anyway, back to the point, there was a lot of this kind of stuff that I felt like was fairly accurate in the rendering, but now I'm wondering if maybe I was looking at default stuff there north of Denver as well. So I'm going to have to come back and do some work. That's okay. That's the way she goes. All right. Let's reset our timer. This is a short 13-mile leg. We're looking for...
All right, so once you guys land, or for the guys that are already at ground, again, just file a VFR flight plan from Grand Junction to Aspen. You don't need to put any route, just file a VFR flight plan from Grand Junction to Aspen, just to make it easier on ATC.
We're going to try to follow, I hope this is the railroad track here. We're going to follow that railroad track. That leads us up.
I'll park up here next to y'all, but I gotta go. It's nice flying with y'all.
Appreciate you coming out, Ray.
Leads us up to, what town is
together.
this? I don't know, but there's a little small private
Also doing 95.
Robidoux airport.
Yeah, the plan is 9,500, which, like I said, I tested yesterday. It'll work in terms of staying clear.
But let's stay on that. Let's stay on that railroad track. And that looks like it could be a little small airport right there as well. Clifford. That's the Clifford private airport. That's definitely default. That's too bad. Doggone it. Well, we'll still have some fun. I don't know how Aspen's going to look, but the one thing about the default scenery is the mountains tend to look pretty good anyway, so.
Brant, you're coming up pretty quick, so we'll wait for Brant to get over here and get the whole group going, since he's coming up pretty quick on us, and then we'll go over the next route.
I feel special, guys. I really do.
Always happy to have you, buddy.
All right, so
To the right of Mike.
that's either a railroad track or a two-lane road, probably a two-lane road, but we also have that
172.
as we're heading, and
Patrol repaint by chance?
we're looking for a small community. That might be it. And we just want to stay, again, we want to stay on this two-lane road, basically, so let me not get too far over it because I want to be able to see where it goes. But, yeah.
You guys,
Kenny would do it with the Corsac.
Other than CSL Bluebell?
FLAI.
FLAI?
Yeah, it's made by the Boston Virtual RCC, and it has like 3,000 different models, all with like real-world repaints, for example. So like 737, it's not just a 7.3, it's like 7.3 American, Southwest.
All right, there goes that two-lane road.
I can get you a link on.
All right, hey, Steve PHL. I am on the first leg here. I'm closing in, hopefully, to Grand Junction, Colorado. First part, it was Gunnison to Grand Junction.
Maintain 1-6000 for November Papa Oscar Romeo.
Sorry.
November Papa Oscar Romeo Oscar 3. That is correct.
All right, I need to pay attention. So I'm gonna mute these guys on the Discord. I can't multitask, as you know. We're staying on this two-lane road. There is a river that runs over here as well that kind of frames us. We need to stay north of that. And we should be coming up here not too long to the Grand Junction area. And I think we need to go, I actually think we need to stay a little bit south of this terrain. This is the Grand Mesa here, so let's stay south of that. And you can't miss Grand Junction. It's a pretty big town, so.
Denver Center, November Papa Oscar Romeo Oscar 3. Can you say that heading again? Sorry.
All right. Let's take a quick peek here at the weather and brief our arrival.
November Papa Oscar Romeo Oscar 3.
We do have Grand Junction ATIS.
240 is good enough.
All right, I think we'll just call it that good. We should be all right. So Grand Junction ATIS information Bravo. Winds are calm, so that's cool. And 3015 on the altimeter. So let's spin that. Oh, we've kind of dropped a little bit of altitude here accidentally, guys. 30, what'd I say? 30.
16 contact, Grand Junction approach 119.7, see ya.
119.7, November 11816, see ya. Alright. Let's do the altimeter first while we're looking at it. Again, it was 3015. And we weren't dropping altitude, we were climbing. We're only supposed to be 10.5. Yeah. Now we got to pay attention, guys. We're too busy gawking around at railroad tracks and the like. All right, and then we need 1970. And we'll flip that over and we will have tower. Need to kind of figure out what I want to do though for an arrival here. What can I do? Straight in, it looks like. Oops. Let's just take a look at the diagram here. Oh, I think I see Grand Junction out in front of us here. Yeah, straight in, what? Is that to Niner? Grand Junction approach, good afternoon. Kodiak, November 11816 at 11,500.
November 11816, Denver approach, Grand Junction altimeter 3015.
3015, November 11816. We'd like to request straight in runway 29 full stop.
November 11816, go ahead and give Tower your request that when you call them up.
Hey, firm 11816. Oh yeah, I didn't see we had tower. 1810, let's put that in there. That's cool. All right. 18, let's keep bleeding off some altitude here so we can actually get where we're supposed to be. 1810. Oh, not that fast though. All right, that'll be ready to go when the time comes. And now it's just a matter of there's that little river that runs south of us, and that should take us. That river actually runs to the south edge of the town of Grand Junction as well. The airfield is right on the north edge of Grand Junction, so we should be good to go. Again, looking at the airport diagram, runway 29, that's a 295 heading. So let's just spin that in just so we kind of know. Yep, we're pretty well straight in on that deal. Still do have to find the airfield, so let's not count our chickens quite yet. And an airport elevation of 4,861 feet. So, yeah, we're going to have to give some altitude up here. I think we'll just stay in the descent. We're VFR, so we just need to stay clear of the terrain and other aircraft essentially. So we're free to descend as safe. All right, you guys, if you've been chatting, I apologize. Kenny's just talking about all the aircraft he's going to get once he gets on here. Yeah, the Corsair, I love that, man. The Baba Black Sheep, you remember that with Pappy Boyington? Love that. That's Al South MIA has that as his Discord icon or avatar or whatever. It's a Corsair. Those things are awesome. Yep. So that's what Kenny said. If he was flying this, he'd fly it. I think I said Corsac, and I'm like, what the heck's a Corsac? But now as I look closer with my old eyes, Corsair. So Steve PHL maybe going to be joining us. Aquafunka Booty Elastic Wippenheimer might be joining us. And should be a lot of fun. This trip into Aspen, it always is. No matter what aircraft you're flying, man, you go into Aspen, Pitkin, and you're going to have a good time. Kenny, you're nice about that. I mean, you're okay with me screwing up people's names because it's just like what I do. So you're cool with it, man. That's why we like brothers and stuff. Okay. I believe we should be seeing the town coming in. I thought I was seeing some things, but maybe it was just a little scenery flickering down there. But I thought maybe we were seeing some stuff. Right now, my whole game plan, my whole flight plan is just to stay kind of to the south and to the west of this Grand Mesa, and I figure if I stay down here, and then here's that little river we were talking about, if I stay kind of in here at some point I'm going to see the outskirts of Grand Junction, and then I'll get passed over to Tower, and I'll be able to make a landing, and life will be good. Now, me making a landing with these bush tires on asphalt, that's a treat. Treat to behold. Let's check the descent checklist here. Landing lights, you know, I don't think I turned them off. Yeah, nope, they never did come on, actually. I left the taxi lights on. All right, well, we'll keep both of those on. We're coming below 10,000. Altimeter we have set. Frequencies are tuned, and I have my heading set. I need to approach at about 110 indicated, and then this thing has a ref of between 80 and 85. Probably more like 80 today because I'm pretty light. All I have is fuel. I didn't pack any cargo or anything like that. So, but we're way quick right now. But I kind of feel like I need to catch up a little bit because everybody's waiting for me. Let me pop back over here to the channel just to make sure they're not trying to talk to me. One, two, three, four, five. We have 6 different guys in the actual back channel here on Discord. So that's a good crew. A couple guys might be trying to talk right now. I'm not positive, but I think I have them turned on. So Grand Junction, by the way, let's see. This is a controlled airfield. That's why it has a tower. Genius, duh. So we're gonna get our clearance from them after we land, and I do have that set. It's pretty simple. It's VFR eastbound, well, northeast bound, and we're gonna be following. I think this is highway, what is this, 93 or something like that? I don't even see what it is. I had it, highway something or other, out of highway 70, I-70, that's right. I-70 up to Rifle, and then we'll just stay on it pretty much the whole way, and then we turn when we see the little valley.
6, correction, November 11816, contact Tower 118.1,
Over to Tower, November 11816, see it. Boy, I have no idea how far out I am.
Delta 22, read back correct. Expect runway 11 for departure, Gulf taxi.
So those guys are getting ready to go. That's a good thing. And Grand Junction Tower, good evening. Kodiak, November 11816. We're inbound from the southeast, requesting straight in, full stop, runway 29er.
November 11816.
See the airfield.
Grand Junction,
Pretty high.
to the right downwind for runway 11, and advise you have 8 as alpha.
All right, we'll enter right downwind, runway 11, and we will go get information alpha. All right, so change of plans. They had other plans for me.
Okay, copy the route and expect runway 11, call for taxi, Delta 22.
All right, so I got to go back over here, guys. Sorry, I'm going to probably be all over the place. Airport diagram, runway 11. So right downwind, so I need to kind of just stay a little to the south of the airfield. And my approach speed, a little quick. Need to get down to about 110 for the approach. I'm going through 5, what am I? 6,600. I need 5,800, 5,900 for pattern altitude. So let's get out of the way of departing traffic here. What do you say? I think that'd be a good thing. Okay, there's 62, 63. We'll come down to the 500 foot. Still would like to get out of the way. Speed's better now. Runway 11, I should probably spin this guy around here. Set him on 11. Need to level off.
22, I have amendment to your flight plan, Roger, copy.
Okay, there's 90,
I'm ready to copy. Delta 22.
100, 110, 111. All right.
Grand Junction 7 departure, then red table transition.
All right, speed's getting a little bit low now, so we can go ahead and pull a little bit of power back in.
Okay, the Grand Junction 7 departure and
Try to hold this altitude as
table
best we
transition.
can.
Delta 22.
Trim out the new speed. Let's get on the downwind. There we
Delta
go.
22, read back correct. And also, climb maintain 6,000.
The rest of the fellers will be getting ready to rock and roll here, so that'll be cool. Speed's coming back up. Don't want to get too fast because I'd like to keep it in flap range here. There's our trusty airfield. Yeah, looking all default and stuff. That's all right. Doggone it. I'm starting to get spoiled with ortho scenery.
11816 are going to be full stop today.
Hey, firm 11816.
And number 11816. Wind calm, runway 11 clear to land.
Runway 11 clear to land, 11816. All right. So here we are at about pattern altitude, maybe a skosh low, but that's okay. We're going to toss, we're midfield, toss a notch of flaps in there. Fight that nose a little bit. Does want to pitch up some.
Grand Junction Tower, American 433 requesting IFR to Aspen.
Ooh, so maybe those guys are switching aircraft.
433, Grand Junction Tower, amendment to your flight plan, Roger, to copy.
We're ready to copy the amendment, American 433.
Interesting.
433, cleared Aspen via the Grand Junction 7 departure.
All right,
Red
so
table transition, that's a Delta Bravo Lima
taking a
transition.
look-see. Are we getting kind of about to that spot?
Expect 15,000.
About 45, I think we're pretty close, yes. Let's make our turn. Again, we're not really worried about the VOR needle. Here we're looking at the heading bug as kind of our reference, so we'll get to right about there, and we'll level off. And we'll take a peek. Oh, I turned a little too soon, and not too bad. It's a tight.
Is everybody ready for the
433,
brief?
squawk 0647.
Grant, how close?
0647.
I'm turning final right now, so go ahead. I'll listen.
Perfect.
433, read back correct.
All right.
Taxi, runway 11.
Second notch of flaps coming in.
Full advisor ready, runway 11.
Kind of rounding off this final turn a little bit here, guys.
Does
Not the
everybody in
best
Discord have this Sky
I've
Vector
ever
pulled up
done.
again? We're gonna go over the brief for like.
Let's see how our round out is here.
Hello, testing.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I gotcha.
All right.
Very good. All right, for leg 2, we're going to be departing obviously off of runway 11, so it's going to be straight out, which is very nice. We're going to take off and go straight out, follow Route 70, and we're pretty much following Route 70 and a combination of that and the Colorado River the entire way. So we're going to take Route 70 east real quick until it turns northeast bound. Keep following that, following the river. We're going to get to Rifle, cross over that, keep following it. We're going to cross over a little field called Glenwood Springs, GWS.
Maybe a little bit of a bouncer, but
We're going to fly over the city of
not too
Carbondale.
bad.
We're going to fly past
We
Basalt.
can go flaps to beta
That's
here.
gonna take us all the way in. So the river and the road combined should take us pretty much
This
all
thing
the way
has
to Aspen. So it's about as
phenomenal
simple as it's gonna get. So
braking
get ready,
capabilities.
Follow the river, follow the road one way
You
or
think
another.
the takeoff
Get
roll
there,
is short, boy. This
We're
thing
gonna
can
go
get
at
down
9,500. As
in
long
a
as we're
hurry.
staying tight to the river and the road, that 9,500 will keep
All
us
right,
clear of
so
all
I
the
have no
obstacles
idea,
and
by
get
the
us
way.
into Aspen comfortably.
Looks like maybe
Aspen is 7,838 field elevation, so 9,500.
maybe the crew is clear down here to the left. All right, I'll let you guys listen to the brief.
In pretty much once we get over there. So 9,500 feet. We will try to get flight following. We'll see how the radar coverage is. And make sure that you file VFR flight
welcome to
plans.
transaction taxis to the ramp via Alpha.
You are filing
To the ramp via
from
Alpha,
Grand
November
Junction.
11816. Thanks for the help.
For the guys that landed already, make sure you're refiling. Refile from Grand Junction.
Yep, I'm going to have to refile.
VFR, 9,500. If you want to go higher, like 11.5, that's up to you. Just try and again maintain the spacing. We did a pretty good job on that first leg. A couple of guys bunched up here and there. But try your best to maintain spacing. We'll each give each other a little bit of space. The tower will help out with that in terms of giving us a little bit of space on departure. Does anybody have any questions?
What do you guys do for airspeed?
Plan on an indicated airspeed about 100 knots, and once I'm going to be leading the pack, so once I get up to the 9,500 and I can get to the cruise speed, I'll let you know what I'm doing in terms of indicated and ground speed, and the ground speed's going to probably be what's most important, and we'll try and all line it up from there.
All right.
Perfect, thanks.
So GA
Does anybody
stuff.
have any questions?
Well, I'm just looking for the rest of the crew here, and I'm not seeing them quite yet. Does look like somebody hopped into there.
Brant's down. He's going to get himself set up. He's a lot tighter to us now. He'll be able to refile and get himself going real quick, I imagine. So I am going to get us started if there's no objections. And then you guys can follow suit at your leisure.
Yeah, I'm tired of waiting on you guys. Come on, let's go.
Grand Junction Tower, Cessna 124, Mike Charlie. Would like to request taxi via far flight following to Aspen.
All right. So a couple guys obviously jumped into bigger aircraft there.
0664.
The rest of these guys, for the life of me, I hope they're over here by the...
0664 are ready to taxi for Mike Charlie.
Yowza.
Via Alpha and,
Apologies if you can still hear me.
the opposite direction.
Yep, we see that traffic. 11 via Alpha. We'll wait for him to pull into the ramp before we taxi for Mike
Alright, so
Charlie.
I'll get out of the way. Alright, I'm going to hang a right, guys, and get on the ramp so you guys can get going.
Number 124, Mike Charlie, do you have information Bravo for?
Yeah, Bravo for Mike Charlie.
Make sure you guys have Bravo.
So there they are. They're waiting on me. They're down there.
I got a call right now.
I'm going to just kind of come over here by this
Yeah, it's at your leisure, guys.
hangar,
It's
and
not
we
all at once.
will, we'll get her...
Grand Junction ground, or tower, November 2023 uniform looking.
Get her configured for departure. That wasn't half bad, really, on the landing. I did kind of flare a little too high, I think, which caused a tiny bounce, and I might have been carrying just a touch too much airspeed as well. But overall, though, I can live with that, guys. Okay, we're going to return the flaps to the up position. We're going to set the brake, and I think we need to refile here. So let's come off of Charlie for just a second. And we want Grand Junction, KTJT, and Kilo Alpha Sierra Echo, and we might as well make Gunnison, KGUC, our alternate. And, you know, I don't know, I'm going to just say optimistically we'll be going here at a quarter till. That gives us 20 minutes, roughly. Again, it's about an hour. Our cruise speed, we may have to back that off a little bit now, guys, if we're tighter to the bunch. And we'll go 9,500. Now this is going to be VFR flight following northeast. We are still essentially using Alpha equipment, even though we have glass cockpits. But really, the only thing I would use at this point in time is some VORs if we needed it. So, whoops, I closed it. We're still good. We're still good. File that, and we'll chill. Let everybody kind of get themselves rounded around. I'm curious here. I'm going to look.
Number 8134 Quebec, Grand Junction Tower, Squad Officer 627 advised.
Yeah, we should be good. Our
Yeah, 0627.
Our
we do have
ortho
problems.
is
Traffic for Quebec.
is cooked, and here's our 39107, 39108, 4107, 4108.
Taxi via Alpha.
It all cooked
811
fine.
Alpha, 34
It's all in the right order, but sure doesn't look very photoreal to me, guys.
Alright, someone is hauling past me.
We got a minute. Let's just look at what we got going here. So these are the 4 that we just cooked, and they, as you can see, they encompass everything that we need.
Voice channel. He's on.
Michael. Oh,
And
Bill,
you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't.
Sail past me. Michael.
Let's look here real fast. Grand Junction.
I don't think
He might have
my
model
Grand
engineers.
Junction. What do we have
I don't think my
here?
V pilot's working. I think I was the stuck mic. I'll reconnect real quick.
Tower Delta
All right.
22.
So
ready.
Grand Junction.
Delta 22. Are you able to not push onto Alpha?
Yeah, I can push on Alpha.
So 39109 is what we needed. Did I burn that one? Maybe that's the problem. 39109. 39108.
I can stay off of Alpha.
Ah, I did not.
22 push is for.
That's why this doesn't look very nice,
Push
because
approved, Delta 22.
I got the 4 right next to where we're going. So this should look better into Aspen though, because Aspen is
Follow I-70.
all right.
124 Mike Charlie. Roger.
Aspen
Approved. Expect
39106. So it's in the 39107 tile.
takeoff, sir.
39107. Let's see what I have here.
124 Mike Charlie.
39107. So yeah, so we're gonna be. We should have beautiful scenery here. Well, no wonder. I think we departed down here and we flew. So instead of these 2, I should have had 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have got these guys, and I might as well pick up those guys. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to set this up, and when I head to bed tonight, in fact, I'm just going to do that. Let's just get the mountainous regions here of Colorado, and we'll call it good. But I'll wait until tonight on that, because that takes a little bit of time. Okay, well that makes me feel a little better that I'm not crazy. I did do everything right. I just was flying in the. I did everything right, but read the sectional correct. Oh well. That's what happens. All right, so Kenny Monster, I'm sorry I missed out on that. My final approach altitude was 5,800, and I'm learning on that aquafunkalistic, and I do for right now for one reason. It gives me the most consistent look at this point. But there have been some times, like the one thing that Bing is very bad about is including clouds and things like that. So there has been some times when I've had to come in and yeah, so like, well actually no, I apologize. What I'm doing right now is I am pulling in USGS. So the only time I use Bing is when I come in and I do a zoom level. Then I'll do the Bing. I'll pump it up to 13 and I'll do the zoom level 19. But anyway, I think it's been pretty consistent for me. It hasn't worked 100% of the time, and so but I'm still learning. I've only been farting around with ortho scenery for like 3 months, so I definitely am not an expert. But I am drinking the Kool-Aid, my friend. What I need is some good ortho servers or ortho data for Europe, because I went over to Norway and cooked a couple tiles over there, and I just took a total guess, and I didn't think it looked all that great. But I don't know what you can use. The server choices are really different over there. So anyway, I don't know.
Command 2, 45, Foxtrot Tango, graduate to Tower, go ahead.
All right, so we've picked up either I have bad CSL data, which is probably the case, or we have. Do we have a British Airway? Yes, we do. We have Speedbird
45, Foxtrot Tango, runway 11, taxi via
in the house.
11 via Alpha, 45 Foxtrot Tango.
Number 2023, uniform contact, Grand Junction, Press.
All right. I no longer need the landing lights. I do think it's cool that they have pulse and on. That is kind of cool.
Grand Junction Tower radio check.
And I might as well turn some instrument lighting up, even though I have it. It's about 2 in the afternoon is what I have the time slider set to.
The taxi for departure straight out.
Sometimes the USA 2 has a cloud or two. Yep, it is, and actually that's if the Bing scenery doesn't work, that's generally what I try next is USA 2. And then if that doesn't look good, then I will go with I'll bite the bullet and I'll do the Google.
Right now I'm only climbing at about 90.
And Google has obviously the highest quality, but it's just I don't know. I'm still a little bit leery. I've heard stories about if you download too much of it, they lock your account, and so I try to save that for the very, very minimum.
22, following a Cessna Caravan on Alpha.
All right, I wonder something real quick here.
Follow the Caravan on Alpha to runway 11, Delta 22.
Let me take a look. Man, it's sure nice out here,
we
but
have Bravo, Delta 22.
do we still have the icing layer? We still do. We kind of have this. I think we would be okay. It's kind of in advance of this storm right here, but that's an awful long way for me to fly. I was thinking about switching over to the Turbo Aero. That's a long way for me to fly in icing conditions. I'm pretty nervous about that. I think we'll just stay with the Kodiak. It's a fun plane.
Grand Junction Tower 125 Alpha Golf.
There we go.
Taxi.
One guy is on the way.
About to go on Alpha, runway 11, taxi via Alpha.
Following the 737 115 Alpha Golf.
Transition Tower, Caravan 425 Foxtrot Tango. Any chance we can get an intersection at Alpha 4?
Yes, and if I understand correctly, Aquafunk, that's the data that is in terms of like you getting sideways with copyright, protections and things like that. That's the one that you want to use, because otherwise, you can have Google or Bing even come back on you and say, well, we didn't give you permission to use that data, even if you're not selling it. So for the little things that I'm making, I don't have any intentions of becoming a scenery manufacturer or anything, but just you see where we like to fly, and so that's I like to make sure that we're using that as much as we possibly can, just for that reason, or in addition for that reason.
21 Delta Alpha, advise for taxi 11.
21 Delta Alpha, we're ready to go.
21 Delta Alpha, do you have information Bravo on board?
We better go get Bravo. Let's go get Bravo. What do you say? Do we have a...
Sorry, I don't... number 125 Alpha Golf on Alpha. And then
see if I can actually read this correctly here.
We'll give way to the traffic and taxi to 11 via Alpha, 21 Delta Alpha.
Alright, I actually need to just do this.
125 Alpha Golf type.
Take this much of the flight plan off. Okay, GTC, Grand Junction. CT. No. Grand, what have I done? Grand Junction.
Straight up departure runway 11, we'll expect the
Golf Tango Juliet. Golf Tango Juliet. Golf Tango Juliet, Grand Junction.
Skywest 5625, push approved, stay clear.
Maybe I have the Juliet and the Tango backwards. There we go. Alright, so let's look at this. Let's look at the info here. Let's see if we can figure out what the weather would be on 1855. Let's tune that in and see. That's AWAS 1855. Let's get Bravo the old-fashioned way, baby.
Eyes on initial contact. You have information Bravo. Grand Junction REGL Airport 8 of information Bravo. 00530 Zulu. Westcom. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1000. Temperature 0. Dew point -4. Altimeter 3015. Landing and departing runway 11. Read Michael hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Alright, we've got Bravo.
177 on Alpha.
And
Taxi via Alpha and the information Bravo on board.
man, it's been a long time since I've done that. Usually I just come down here and I do this. Double click. And I just read it. But that's the lazy man's way of doing it, right? You would not.
I'm doing 110 indicated.
Alright.
It's giving me 128 ground.
Alright. So we have to keep that in mind because we'll definitely be one of the quicker aircraft in this little train. So, alright. Anyway. Badibada 3015. We do have that filed. We will be looking to.
Again, doing about
We're going to depart. It's an eastbound departure. We're going to pick up the Highway 70, Interstate 70. So we'll go ahead. We'll spin our heading bug. Roughly 09 or 0.
Tower Delta 22, short of 11.
And yeah, that's about it, my friends. As far as the departure briefing, we're just going to follow Interstate 70. It kind of loops us up again to the Interstate 70 is right there. It loops us up to the northeast. This is Rifle. There is this little grand holdback area here that we're going to kind of keep an eye on, and there's a bunch of terrain up here. We're going to kind of split the difference. Looks like there's a little spot kind of here with Glenwood Springs. I've actually been there. Pretty area. Awful traffic. We'll hit Carbondale. We'll get down here to Basalt, and Basalt will give us. We'll see the little opening here. Again, Interstate 70 runs right by Aspen, so if we stay on 70, we should be good to go. Not a lot of difficult pilotage here, but when I say that, about the time I say that's when we start to get lost. So, and Tower Kodiak 11816, we'd like to request VFR flight following to the east.
November 11816, Grand Junction Tower, Squawk 0667.
0667, November 11816.
Grand Junction Tower, 125 Alpha Golf is holding at runway 11, ready to depart straight up.
I think we're the last guy. I hope we are. So,
45 Foxtrot Tango, did you get over to 197?
No, we'll go over to 97 now. 45
oh
Foxtrot
yeah,
Tango, thanks.
Aqua Funk. Now you're talking, man. My grandson and I, he loves trains, so we watch a ton of those, and that's one of his favorites.
Grand Junction
Is that
Tower,
first-person view
Arrow 125
of that
Alpha
train that
Golf,
goes
ready
through
to depart, runway 11.
that valley. It looks unbelievable, and a much faster way to get from point A to point B. I'm guessing it took us forever to get from Denver to Glenwood Springs. It was crazy. And Tower Kodiak 11816 information Bravo. We're ready to taxi.
Kodiak 11816, runway 11, taxi the Alpha.
11 via Alpha 816. Okay, so back the way we came.
160, you have information Bravo on board.
We have information Bravo. Okay, we're gonna kill the park and brake here. Let's get the roll going. I don't want any 737s ruin my day here. Yeah, nobody coming over there. There is a guy still over there, I guess, but maybe we can get out in front of him. He'll be IFR, so he'll be way up above us, and obviously a heck of a lot faster. Taxi lights are on.
489 Grand Junction Tower, clearance on class, standby number 1.
We really could take an intersection departure, but I think we're going to just go full length just to give those guys a chance to get out in front of us again here. But, so yeah, so Aquafunk, you're talking about kind of what I'm learning too. You can use ortho to get all kinds of awesome looking scenery. But it's hard to find, good royalty-free sources in other places, And you know what? I mean, I'd be willing, I guess, to pay for some ortho if I would have the freedom to go ahead and make airports and that kind of stuff. But if they're going to limit what I can do and who can I share it with, and what if somebody comes across it on the org store or the forums or something, I don't want to get in trouble with, and so if that's the case, like I'm super interested in exploring Norway and Sweden and the Scandinavian area. I've got a little bit, that's my kind of my family heritage. Squawking Charlie 816, sorry about that. But anyway, I think I may just end up just paying for some Orbix or something, and if I'm limited anyway, I might as well, if they've done all the hard work for me, what the heck, if I have the if I have the hard drive space for it. But it's honestly not that much more than if I burn the ortho tile myself. I couldn't have taken an intersection departure anyway because there's still a couple guys down here. So,
5625, sorry, I have a minute to your flight. Roger, to copy.
excuse me.
Where do you copy, Scott? 5625. 5625.
So I'll kind of hold off on, or I am kind of holding off on a little bit more European flying just because of that. I do enjoy going over there. I ventured over there. I used to make it my routine on Sundays to
kind of gets everybody in the view.
to try to fly somewhere in Europe or Asia. I bought a little bit of scenery over there too. So, but that was kind of in the P3D world. So that's still my go-to.
22, I'm still having you hold for release. Just expect departure here shortly.
Oh yeah, Delta 22. They're gonna eat up those GA aircraft. So we're looks like number 5 for departure, which is okay. It'll get those guys out in front of us a little ways. And I think I'm fine with that. Let's check fuel here real fast. We did have we had over 4 hours of fuel set, and yeah, we're still in pretty good shape here. I think 70 gallons.
Best forward speed, he said.
And we're going to have tailwind now too.
Thank you.
Generally speaking, even though the winds are calm right now, but usually around here it's a westerly
best
flow. So, all right. Well, while we got a minute, let's do this. Let's look at the Vatastic map.
You can speed up. Go maybe like 10, 20 knots.
And here's us. We are looking at, again, Grand Junction to Aspen. Ooh, we've got, looks like ground or something at Aspen. And 10 arrivals. I'm guessing most of those are us, but maybe not all of us. Still looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm number 6. Looks like we got another 737 coming in here. They're not going to be able to hold that guy for very long because he's going to be landing here. So Denver Center, obviously, that's where we've been flying. It looks like we also have some ATC up here in the Seattle area. Fort Worth, Memphis are on, Jacksonville, and Boston, Toronto. So you've got quite a bit of variety today. Not really like a bunch of corridors that are covered like we sometimes have, but a lot of variety. It looks like if you want some weather down here in the Memphis area is the way to go. Let's see what else is. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Not much happening in South America. Yep, we do have a little bit, I guess. I wish I knew what center that was. Santiago Center, I think. Santiago Center. Nothing Africa. Europe, pretty quiet. Asia, pretty quiet. Looks like Vietnam here. Yep. Vietnam is still rolling. Nothing in Australia. Hawaii, quiet. Canada, quiet. So, yeah, a little bit of here and there, on a Tuesday. That's what's really nice about clubs like the Virtual USA Flying Club, though, is they give you that option in the middle of the week, and when you don't necessarily have a lot of choices. And sometimes it's kind of nice to not have a lot of choices, because then you do things like I've got the Nowhere Fast series that I'm doing, where I fly my 150 here and there and everywhere, and but also sometimes it's just nice to come home after work and have a place to fly and kind of have somebody. It's like having your wife make dinner for you. It's all ready, and you just have to sit down and eat. Really appreciate that. So the new Kodiak has, Aquafunk is saying, has really saved BatSim, at least for now, man. I think you're right, but and I think the other thing is it's led to a kind of a surge of GA stuff, and I think, just like you're saying, you see way more ATC on than you did a year ago at this time. I think I see a lot more people in 170s and even biz jets than a year ago. So I think it's been a good thing for them, and they.
November 125 Alpha Golf Squawk 0637.
I'm really glad that they did all the hard work. I'm very appreciative of what they did around the new voice codec.
0636 125 Alpha Golf.
I didn't hear what Jet Pilot Cinnamon said. Downwind Sim from scenic Minneapolis, St. Paul. Snowy and icy Minneapolis, St. Paul. Hello, sir.
23.8. Alright, 23.8. Thanks.
You guys hope
Actually, I don't know if Minneapolis, St. Paul was worse than the St. Louis area. From what it looked like, you got loaded up there at St. Louis, and it must have done its trick. It's kind of cool to watch that process. Yeah, and then it's cool to like when you take off, you watch it kind of flake off and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, live from Minneapolis, our unofficial CFI of the Melvin Leroy channel, Mr. Downwind Sim, checking in.
Again, guys. See you next time.
See you later. Have a good night.
Good night, man. Thanks for coming out.
All right, looks like
Definitely try to make it to the next one. See ya.
one guy had to head out. That's okay. Now, live from MSP. I know you're. I guess maybe I should have said on location in the house of, in the land of Ground Point Niner. Good to see you, man. Glad you made it. Up I-69 and come on up, or 169, yeah. Quick briefing, okay. I will give you a quick briefing because we're number 4 currently for departure, as you can see. Here's the briefing. We are currently situated here in Grand Junction, Colorado, and I was lamenting the fact that my ortho wasn't looking too hot. Well, come to find out, I didn't cook the right tiles, so that's another story for another time. We'll be departing eastbound. The winds are calm right now, and we're going to be picking up Interstate 70, and Interstate 70 essentially.
The guys that are still on the ground.
Yeah, we've got an inbound 7-3, I think. Anyway, it'll take us past the town of Parachute and Rifle and Newcastle and Glenwood Springs and Carbondale, and then we'll get to Basalt, and at that point in time we'll kind of start getting serious about the approach. But basically the sorry, there's a lot of talk going on here. I don't know if you can hear that, but basically the briefing is follow I-70. So hopefully I won't get lost. Yep, here comes that 7-3, or what was that? Was it a 7-3? It might have been an Airbus. 7-3 and yeah, 737. See how closely it renders. Yeah, I think it's pretty close. Might be an Airbus, but that's okay. So I'm not going to have to worry about holding up. This is kind of like what I did. I was late to the party, and so I was able just to fly like usual. I think the same thing going on here. So 125 Alpha Golf, I don't know if he's a part of our crew or not, but he looks like he's going to be faster than the rest of us if he's an Airbus or whatever he happens to be. All right, so Downwind Sim just saying, yeah, name drop. Yep.
Did you get straight in 1-5 as well, Mike?
Hey, firm. That's the only way in. There's one way in, one way out.
Be closing once the last departure off run 1 is departed.
Because you're not going to see anything better than my departure tower.
Doing about 122.
Number 21 Delta Alpha, runway 11 line up and wait.
Yeah, I'm doing about 129.
Line up and wait 112 Delta Alpha.
Give us a little bit more spacing.
Some of you guys who get.
Well, again, I want to just if any of the ATC are listening, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you coming out, supporting a midweek event like this, a GA event like this. It's awesome. It definitely made this a lot funner, and awesome flying in the Denver airspace. I really like it. Thanks again, guys. Real weather looks better than, yeah, we had an interesting day. I don't know what it was like here in Grand Junction, but we picked up well, actually no, I take that back. Yesterday we picked up about 4 inches of snow, and then by the end of the day it was melting, and today it was colder, but just like a perfect western blue sky, man. Not a cloud anywhere, just awesome. So yeah, I think we're kind of in a good spot, and yeah, we do. And I did a bunch of work on those CSLs downwind. I really truly did. I think I need to bite the bullet and see if the Boston virtual ones work in X-Plane, because it's a very, very extensive list. But yeah, I tried to get in, and as you can see, I tried to get some bigger airplanes. I basically did a search and tried to download every CSL that was available one day. And, you know, it's a little better. Not everything is rendering as a, you know, like this one here is a 172, which is I think what's going to be taken off. But again, the vertical offset still not where it ought to be. But it's getting there. I mean, we'll be there. Kenny Monster, define better. Yeah. I think that is a very loose definition when I say better. You're not gonna hear one or see one better than me. The only reason I say that is there's nobody behind me. Yep. So yeah, I need. There's a bunch of stuff I still need to do downwind sim, but good news, downwind sim. I am the proud new owner of a new computer case, so I can actually put Frankenstein together here and get it off the top of the gaming box that it currently is sitting on. It's kind of been cool though to look at all the components and just see how well they're working, and if there's, you know, any excessive vibration or anything like that, if anything's not working right. It's been really interesting to be able to just look at it and see. My graphics card is kind of it kind of likes to walk around a little bit. I don't know, it's really weird. But it seems to be working really good. I will send you a picture. I'll probably mess around with it a little tomorrow night.
433, runway 11, line up and wait.
We shall see.
11, line up and wait, Mac 433.
So how's everybody enjoying the stream so far? 45 minutes of flying and 45 minutes of waiting at Grand Junction. It doesn't get much better than this. I'm about running out of stuff to talk about here. So I can only tell so many stories about Downwind Sim before he gets upset. One question I have for anybody in the chat, does X-Plane simulate jet blast? I mean, do you get that wake turbulence? Does that get simulated? Because I know it does in P3D. Ooh, Kitty Monster playing a little farm sim. Heck yeah. I actually thought about bringing in some of these sims into my middle school because I think some of my kids would get a kick out of it, and it'd be a heck of a way to teach math and you know, economics and.
We're doing it for my Charlie.
Yeah. When do I land? When I land, do I land flaps 10 or 30? Well, let's see. I land in a bigger plane, usually somewhere around flaps 30. This baby, I land flaps 20. 2 notches of flaps. Unless I'm flying into a really short strip, and then I'll go full flaps, which I guess is 30. 35. I get kind of a kick out of, like, when I hop in the L1011 and it's like flaps 12.5 and flaps 18 and flap negative pi over 3. It's like the weirdest. I know it matches up with some angle or whatever, but it's just the weirdest setup. It's not quite that bad. I may be embellishing slightly, but yeah.
That means the speed's back to your discretion now, as long as you don't hit me.
All right. Well, all I've got to look for when they're talking speed is
Doing 120.
I've got my guy Frank White out in front of me. What's he flying? He's flying a C/G. I don't know what that is. Let's look it up. This is I don't know what a C/. That's what he has filed. This C/G. Anybody know what that might be? Aircraft type Cessna / something. He looked like a Skylane. Yeah. Is my mixture set to rich? Right now it is not. It's set to lean, or whatever they call it down here, because I'm just in taxi mode right now. So, like low idle. I do have my propeller lever full forward, but I have that set to low idle. However, for Dave, for me, I am definitely new to the Kodiak and always willing to learn from somebody who, especially if you know how to fly this thing, if that's what's appropriate. I do what most sim pilots do. I glean as much as I can from the different operating handbooks that are out there and the documentation that comes with the aircraft, and then watching real world pilots. So, by the way, thanks for checking in. 4-day for me. I don't know if I've seen you around, but welcome to Prop Culture. And article says Command M to see the wake turbulence from other planes. Will be Control M on the window. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never. That's why I was staying back from those jets, because I just didn't know. This plane is light enough that it might flip me over on the tarmac. So. Anyway, 4-day for me. You've come to the right place if you enjoy propeller-driven ideas and heavy dose of bush flying. Even though that's not what we're doing tonight, we're participating with our friends from the Virtual USA Flying Club, and we just flew from Gunnison up to Grand Junction, and we're getting ready to go Grand Junction into Aspen. So the Kodiak, a little out of place, granted. But the reason why we're in the Kodiak and not the Turbo Arrow, which was what was originally planned, is that we have icing conditions right now. And so this plane happens to have some anti-ice. And the Turbo Arrow, as we demonstrated last time, famously does not. So I want to...
Junction, information, Charlie is current, wind 090 at 3, altimeter 3015.
So that doesn't change. 090 at 3, so that does give us a little bit. Gives us a little bit of a crosswind, but we're runway 11. So Control M. Let's try that, guys. Does that give us? Let's see what that does here. If it maybe it won't, just because it's down so low.
Alright, sorry. November 11816.
Not seeing anything.
11, line up and wait.
Line up and rate. Line up and wait. Runway 11816. Okay, I didn't see anything there. Turn that off. Oh, wind data. Now, oh, there's lots of stuff here. That's why. Alright, how do I get rid of it? Make it go away. Wake turbo. There it was. Oh, now he's gone.
Skyway is 5625.
Yeah, I don't want. There we go. Alright. Okay, we have flap set single notch. Go ahead and mixture full forward. Landing light coming on, taxi light can come off. Finals hopefully clear. We should check that before entering the runway. There's a 1-1. Come on, baby. Alright, well, I think we're ready to go here. Well, it might have. I didn't realize that there were several things that you could cycle through. So the first thing I hit was not the right thing, but I did see wake turb as one of the options, but unfortunately the plane was too far gone.
816, traffic departure is approved, wind 090 at 3, runway 11, clear for takeoff.
On course departure approved, 11 clear for takeoff. Really appreciate you guys providing the ATC tonight. Have a great one. Kodiak 11816. Thanks Denver ARTCC once again for helping us out. Okay, slowly advance the power. Let's not over torque. Whoa boy. We sure it's only 3 knots? Man, I'm really getting shoved around here, guys. Those big bush tires don't like sliding on the asphalt. There's our rotation speed. Alright, and we're off. We'll hold the runway heading.
United 3489, runway 11, line up away.
We have a
11, line up away.
we have a 737 behind us.
Contact. Actually, hold on. We got a controller switch here.
Raj. We're heading up to 9,500. And again, we're looking for Interstate 70, which I think this is it right here. I think it runs basically right by. Oh, goodness gracious. All over the place here, guys. What the heck is going on?
Kodiak 816, contact Denver Center 13516.
Over to center, Kodiak 816. Good night. All right, so there's a little story about the ortho scenery. Let me get over to Denver, and I will tell you the dumb mistake I made. 3560, right? That's what he said, wasn't it? Let me get checked in here, and then we'll talk ortho. There's our interstate. We're gonna follow it. 9,500. We need it fairly quick here, so. Denver Center, Kodiak 11816, a VFR flight following departure from Grand Junction, 5,000.
If you still see me, my man, I just started to turn to the left where the road and the river.
11816, ready contact.
6,000.
It looks like a road to me. But that
Maintain VFR. Sorry, we're through 6,500.
Yeah, so it's gonna break left a little bit.
All right,
yeah,
so
yeah. Okay. Then, yeah,
here's what happened. Cognitive 3. First of all, welcome to Prop Culture, man. I'm terrible with the introductions. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Hope all is well in your world. Welcome again to the stream. This, unfortunately, right here is not ortho scenery. So I thought I did my homework, and here's what happened. I cooked these 4 tiles in advance of the event, thinking, yes, I need a good excuse for some Denver area or Colorado mountain ortho. Yeah, let's do it. So I did it. I was happy. Yay, life is good. Well, the problem is we departed Gunnison, which is down here, and we landed in Grand Junction, which is in this tile. So it was an ortho fail for me, my friend. But the good news is that we will have nice ortho as we head into Aspen. So, yeah. That's what happens when you misread your sectional and or affirm November 118-816. All right, so we need what did we filed 9,500 so let's get that adjusted. And then we'll get leveled off here in just a moment. Now, I got to pay better attention to my altitude because we have a lot more traffic around here, and I can't be farting around 1,000 feet higher and lower and all that good stuff. So I might. Can I do this? Can I do Alt S and not?
Yeah, 3489 Denver Center, radar contact.
Yep, I think I have to do all or none. I thought maybe I could control my heading with my flight yoke and my altitude with the autopilot. So we'll see. When it flips over to ortho, you'll probably be able to notice a big difference. And that was a little bit disappointing for the first leg there, but I kind of tend to learn those lessons the hard way, and so that's, it is what it is. Coming up on 9,500. It still doesn't look bad. I mean, it's just not ortho, right? There's our first town. Is that Palisade? There's all kinds of towns up in this area. So there she is, Thranda Kodiak, in all its cargo bay beauty. I do like it. Stall kit on the wings there. You can see the big Tundra tires. Not appropriate for the asphalt air strips that I have landed on today. Although you'll be proud of me, downwind, I did find the one turf airstrip that was down there at Gunnison, and I did depart from that, so I at least got a little bit of dirt on the tires. All right, here we go. I-70 corridor. Yeah, it was fun. I don't think Aspen has a turf runway, though, hidden anywhere, do they?
Roger, 1435, 1345, 1435, sorry.
Those fancy pants, they don't want to get their jet dirty. All right, so let's, again, we're looking for 1760 on the, 1670 on the torque, and no more than 2000 on the manifold pressure here. So let's pull that back and see how close we get. There's 2000. There's about 1670 right in there, somewhere in there. 1720. That's right, as usual. I know my place. 1670, yeah, I'm a little high there, but what the heck. Fuel's looking good, everything else looks good. I'm going to pull back just a little. We're in no hurry here, guys. We're making pretty good airspeed as it is, 150. Everybody else is doing about 110. And have I lost the I-70 corridor? What am I doing here? Mrs. Thranda, do you see the I-70 corridor out there? Get to gawking around and I lose my road. Oh, there it is. I did lose it a little bit. All right, let's head over. I-70, stay with us here, guys. Fanciest bush plane I own, downwind sim. You can blame Agent Bravo 7. It is fun to fly, even though it kind of goes against a little bit against our, our principles of keeping it simple, but it is fun to be able to hop in here and file a full-on G1000 flight route. All right, trying to get back on my. There's my I-70 coming back into view here, so. She muscled me. You're darn right. She does. She's a big bully. Don't tell her I said that. No, she just put it through its paces one night, and kind of like that stupid TBM. When she flew the TBM into Ryan Field, I knew I was going to have to own that plane at some point in time. I mean, there was just no question.
090, that's for 670.
All right. So we are looking again for some towns along the way. We should have parachutes.
I'm going to start descending it slowly.
All right, Parachute, Colorado coming up. I did not start my timer just yet. I should have. That first leg from Grand Junction was about 25 miles is all, so it's very possible that we're closing in on it. You can see the corridor here. It's kind of a neat little trek in real life through here. Again, Aquafunkalistic Booty Wap had it right. Take the train, man. The train will get you there, and because it doesn't matter what time of day, what time of year. There's just a lot of traffic on I-70, and it is slow. Until you get about 50 miles west of Denver, you're just like, it's bumper to bumper, and you're stopping like every 2 minutes. It takes forever to get anywhere. This Wyoming boy doesn't like stuff like, I'm not used to that kind of stuff.
Hey, it's at 46 clear the visual approach man, 16 clear.
All right, I'm interested to see when
16 left, clear
the ortho comes into view. It is pretty obvious. Kind of seeing maybe a potential line in the scenery right here. This definitely does not look ortho photo real by any means. And even at that, it's still not bad. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. Are you talking the Columbia like the space shuttle Columbia, Kenny Monster, or is there a plane called the Columbia that I'm unaware of? I'm about to violate VFR rules here.
November 11816, Aspen approach 123.8, good day.
2380. Hey, thanks for the ATC. Really appreciate it. November 11816.
No problem.
2380.
November 125 off Denver Center.
I'll spin it around the long way because I'm dumb like that. 2380, 2380, 2380. And I probably ought to look and see if we have anybody else. I know we had ground online. So let's see. Do I have... Oh, I have an ATIS. Alright, let's just make a quick note here before we check in. Get that out of here. So it looks like ATIS information Charlie.
Tango X-ray, squawk, V4, sir.
And we have winds 2106, clear, altimeter 3010, landing and departing, landing runway 15 and departing 33 as is standard. I don't think there's any other way you can do it at Aspen, by the way. One of those mountain fields you can actually depart opposite, and you have to make this crazy terrain departure, but I don't remember if it's Aspen.
Mike has traffic well below us.
All right, so let's
Mike, copy, maintain visual separation from the aircraft. And you can actually follow him on the fork, or the Roaring Fork river.
Ooh, Roaring Fork visual.
And Mike will start our descent and follow him in.
Well, I don't know how far away we are. That's the problem here. I can't even give. I think we're nearing rifle, but I can't. I don't know for sure that we are. Now we're not. We're kind of up by parachute. We're in that area.
125 Alpha Golf, yes, sir.
Do we see a shift? Is this more ortho-ish? I think it might be. A little lighter coloration, a little better detail, and maybe not. An Aspen approach, Kodiak 11816, VFR at 9,500. Yep.
Kodiak 11816. Good evening. Expect the strain runway 15.
Straight in 15, 11816. Yep, you can see the ortho edge here. So,
We made it, Mike.
all right, a little bit better looks. Yep, the interstate looks better. Everything looks better. Everybody's happy. Oh gosh, and here I am thinking I'm changing my heading and I'm adjusting my altitude. I just need to hand fly this baby again, don't I?
125 Alpha Golf.
All right.
Approach ready, rating.
Yeah, I think I'm done farting around here. I think I can. We'll stay on the autopilot mode just for a little while longer.
Pull up to the right
Oh,
side.
that's Kenny Monster. Let's see. Touch and goes. Let's see what they're sharing here. Oh, this strategic craft.
9,500. 100.
Columbia 400, huh?
125 Alpha Golf, S1 approach, good evening. Expect
Oh,
straight in.
okay, so it is a different.
3010.
301 in.
That's
expect
pretty
straight
nice. I
in,
like that.
looking
I like
top half
that.
stuff.
Hey, Jet Pilot Cinnamon, thanks for the raid. Dylan MYT, hello, hello, hello. We're checking out Kenny Monster's latest project here, trying to figure out how to wrangle this 2007 Columbia 400 limited edition onto the ground in less than 3 bounces. That's a nice looking plane. Kind of has like a little bit of a Cirrus feel to it. I haven't ever heard of that, but anyway, welcome to Prop Culture. If you're new to the stream, appreciate you popping by. Hope you had fun watching Jet Pilot Cinnamon making his approach, and I'm sure expert landing into Aspen Pitkin. I will try, as he just said, to not die. So, by the way, Mike, I did switch up the intended aircraft. I did not go with the Piper Arrow because there was a little bit of icing conditions around Grand Junction, and I didn't want a repeat of last time. So that's why I'm in the Cody. Hey, Dylan MYT, thanks for the follow, man. Another propeller head in the books, man. That's cool.
Hey guys.
Heavy dose of GA, heavy dose of backcountry stuff on this channel, but what I like most about this channel is just the people that come in here and hang out. It's just a bunch of really, really awesome people. A lot of fun. And you are required.
I don't have a chance to fly tonight, but I figured I'd drop in and see how Colorado would go.
You are required to give the
down
stream
at
host a
Aspen.
hard
We got
time.
probably
That's part of the deal. It keeps me loose.
8 or 9 guys from
You
both
know,
lakes
keeps
tonight.
me from overthinking things. So, just follow Jet Pilot Cinnamon and Downwind Sim and Kenny Monster's lead.
8 or 9 guys for each lake, pretty much.
Yeah, this definitely looks a lot nicer. Okay, so this is, I'm almost turned due east, so I'm thinking this is Rifle, Colorado. And so we should start to see a little bit of a turn to the south, and then
I do not have another leg in me, guys. I think I'm going to call
let's
it
see.
but you all are welcome to do more.
Rifle coming around the horn here, Glenwood Springs, and then in we go to Aspen. So the ATC has been fantastic tonight, Dylan. If you are in any way involved in that, thank you. If you're connected with the guys that provided coverage tonight, tell them thank you, how much we appreciate it. And it made this a ton of fun. And I don't think this was necessarily a night that they were planning on being on, from what I understand. So I appreciate them coming in here and helping out, 9 or 10 GA guys have some fun. Sorry, go ahead, 11816.
Good night, 11816, contact Denver Center, 135.6.
3560, 11816, see it. Oops, I missed that handoff.
Total aircraft, Aspen approach now.
Alright, approach is closed, so come on guys, why is that not changing? Alright, hang tight. 3560. Oh, now I'm... What the... There we go. Holy cow, I was having trouble there. So, okay, good deal. Yeah, M. White Dylan, your guys did a good job there. And it was, like I say, if you were working with Mike on that to get this going as event coordinator, well done. Well done, my friend. Denver Center, Kodiak, 11816, back with you.
Kodiak 11816, Denver Center, roger. Maintain VFR.
816. All right.
11816, traffic to your 4 o'clock. Same direction, Cessna 177 at 9,500.
Now we're looking for the traffic, 11816. That probably was the guy that took off right ahead of us And I did not do a very good job of staying behind him. But I never saw him. So if he's at our 4 o'clock, I assume that means we're a little by him. So if whoever that is, I apologize, man. I'm sure you're a part of the group, and you were the plane that was the aircraft type was labeled as G/C, and I didn't know what that was, so I didn't even think about keeping the speed down. Darn it. All right, so like I said, we are a little northeast right now, but Interstate 70 is going to start to make a little bit of a turn. We should have Glenwood Springs. Potentially we'll see Newcastle, the town of Newcastle. Yeah, that's photoreal ortho. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Clouds are moving in on us a little bit here, but I think we're going to be okay for now. Temps and pressures all looking good. I'm going to have plenty of fuel.
Hello, Denver Center, Frontier Flight 776 is with you.
We're in good shape.
Frontier Flight 776, Denver Center, score 1436.
1436.
All right, so here we go. I think this is... This is the town, I would guess this is the town of Newcastle. And we'll just make a little bit of a turn here. Start heading slightly to the southeast, and then we'll pick up Glenwood Springs.
Denver Center, Delta 3198 with you, flight level 350.
Delta 3198, stand by. Frontier Flight 776, radar contact 23 miles.
Well, now I'm looking at, as I look at Vatastic, I see that the 177 is still out in front of us here. So, and I'm sure he'll be at our altitude because we all...
You seem to be turning away from Aspen. Are you trying to avoid the mountain there? I'm not sure if it's a mountain there or not.
Yeah, anyway, we'll keep our eyes out for him. We definitely don't want to run into anybody. Yeah, and so Jet Pilot Cinnamon putting his plug in there. Join that Virtual USA Flying Club. This is their final event for January, but I know they have 3. Is that right, Mike? 3 events coming up, similar events coming up in February. So they'll keep you warm and keep your skills honed and just an overall good group. That's a link to the Discord server, and they had in the back channel, I'm sure you could hear in the background there. I don't know if I still have it open or not. I do. You can hear them chit-chatting back and forth, and so it's a good group. It's been a lot of fun to hang out with them, and they do a ton to promote general aviation, which is of course one of the things that I love. So it's been a good brotherhood here to be a part of. So, yep. Simple process really to get started, but there is a little bit of a sign-up process. But trust me, it's worth it.
We're heading up now to flight level 240. United 360 flight. United 365. Denver winds 17011 runway 17 right there for takeoff.
All right, so here we go. We're starting to make that turn. I think this could potentially be Glenwood Springs, or if not, it's going to be just around the corner. Still looking for company traffic. I didn't hear what they said.
Say again, 125 Alpha Golf.
125 Alpha Golf, I think you're going for the wrong airport. It looks like you're going for Eagle County, which is straight ahead of you. Aspen's to your right, about heading 150.
Anyway out.
I'm gonna have
Roger that.
lead the way, my friend. Lead the way.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be my last leg too. I appreciate the offer, though.
All right.
All right.
Who did want to go to Eagle?
It makes sense, right? If you're in Aspen, you might as well go up to Eagle. It's right there.
That was me.
Yeah, this is Glenwood Springs.
What are you flying? A
And let's stay. Wait, actually, no. We want to continue to go to the south.
I mean,
That's
this
right.
Robin is probably a little
Follow
slower
the
than
I-70 corridor.
Kodiak 18116.
It's up to you. I mean,
Action November 2, 1 Delta Alpha, make 1 left 360.
No, I must be right on top of him.
For 2-1 Delta Alpha?
Kind of a...
2-1 Delta Alpha, I'm going to recommend you make a left 3, if you want, make a left 360.
I would
Since we got
recommend
traffic up
following
here,
that river back
right.
out to where it's split.
1 mile from here.
Left 360, 2-1 Delta
Man,
Alpha.
I don't.
Otherwise, you're gonna have a ton of mountain in your way.
Now, 11816, we still do not see the traffic.
Go all the way to Glenwood.
Alright, yeah, number 2-1 Delta Alpha, fly heading
Probably the smartest way to go.
10, make it 100.
out of 3-3.
Heading 100, 2-1 Delta Alpha.
Back to Glenwood, then hook a right onto another.
So who is that I just messed up?
I believe your tap.
Dan, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to crawl up your backside like that. Kind
No problem.
of try to stay here to the.
Tower.
All right, try to stay this way a little bit of him, but we're still keeping the again the I-70 corridor in view, and so the next town coming up will be Carbondale. So we just kind of went past. We're here. Be hitting Carbondale again, just staying along the interstate. We've got basalt, and then we'll start to get some vectors probably here, or just actually we'll get cleared probably for the straight in runway 1. What's it? Is that 15? I can't remember. 15. So 7,800 foot elevation. That's fun. And again, it's nice weather though. We do have information Charlie, which says we've got winds 210 at 6, so generally coming down that runway a little bit off to the right. Altimeter 3010, which we probably could go ahead and just set right now. It'll bump us up a little bit. We have slipped our altitude though. I don't want to be doing that quite yet. Let's try to stay at 95 as long as we can. Subconsciously, I might have been worried about that traffic and kind of nosed her down just a little bit. Does this have? This has.
United 365, proceed direct the Kremlin VOR.
Does. But I don't know that necessarily. I don't know that necessarily the other aircraft has any kind of a. Well, they have a transponder, so yeah. I wonder if I would have been looking down there if it would have shown. If it would have shown that traffic. I don't know. I don't know what the Kodiak is equipped with, and as far as giving warnings and stuff like that.
Scout 5625, just going to maintain 7,000. 7,000 Scouts 5625.
All right. Everything looking better now. I think we're good to go there. So let's brief the approach. We're going to be making straight in runway 15. We need to, if we wanted the Roaring Fork visual, which we're not going to have. No, we don't need that. We would just be following, literally following the river, the Roaring Fork River. We do have a noise sensitive area. I don't know if they'll, I'm going to just brief this just in case they give it to us. So we could just follow. This river goes basically right along the interstate, but there's a little noise sensitive area we have to stay north of before we could turn into runway 55. There are a couple of other ways in here, it looks like, if we wanted to. And but we're coming here from this basalt area. And that's pretty standard there. They're gonna, clearance will be given, Utilizing the following phraseology, cleared Roaring Fork visual approach for runway 15. Okay, cool. Otherwise, yeah, I don't really see anything else that we would be using here as an approach. Okay, so be it. I'll be ready. We'll just start a basic descent here when we get to Basalt. All right. Arkarn Ryan, 111. Hey, he was the caravan 425 feet with me earlier. Oh man, yeah. Cool, buddy. Thanks for checking in. Sorry that you couldn't make it all the way in, but yeah, dinner, family time is good stuff. November 425 Foxtrot Tango. Okay, gotcha. I'm sensitive about being close to people right now, so when you said 425 feet, I'm like, oh man, did I cut off another guy? What the heck am I doing here? What? But yeah, thanks for checking in, man. It's been a fun flight, and I'm hoping to be able to set her down here and not blow one of these bush tires.
November 11186, enter the left base runway 15 at Aspen.
We'll enter left base, runway 15, November 11816. All right, so good golly here, guys. We must be getting serious. Is this Basalt? This could be Basalt here.
You can also enter the left base runway 15 at Aspen if you can see it. But you
left base.
We'll line up for left base for 152 and Delta Alpha.
So that means I need to go past the airfield. All right, do I know my left and my right here? So I need to kind of go past it and then left base and on down. Okay. So stay on that interstate basically. And again, the interstate around here, if you're a little turned around, follow that interstate. Yeah, the Kodiak it's pretty sexy, man. It's a little bit nicer plane than I deserve to have, to be totally honest with you, with my flying skills and lack of aviation knowledge. Oh, I'm starting to climb. Don't climb. But I've enjoyed the heck out of it. I'm just scratching the surface with it right now. But I couldn't resist putting another bush plane in the hangar, because we do a ton of that on this channel. 1885, November 11816. Have a good one. 1885. Okay, I still don't see the airfield. Come on, close. All right. Aspen Tower, good evening. Kodiak 11816, we're inbound at 10,500. I need to cut some altitude here, I think. Bleebda. Did I get that right?
Kodiak 816, Aspen Tower, wind 200 at 6, runway 15, clear to land.
Runway 15, clear to land. November 11816. Okay, we're going to just start to cut some speed here. I got a feeling I'm right around the corner here.
Lining up for left base, runway 15, full stop.
Number 2 on Delta Alpha, just cleared straight in, runway 15.
Cleared straight in, runway 15, 2 on Delta Alpha.
And tower confirm, we were also cleared for the left base approach to runway 15. We okay, cleared straight in?
816, you're clear to land.
Clear to land, number 11816. He did say that, didn't he? And I didn't put two and two together. Okay, so I'm going to come around the corner here. I've got some clouds creeping in on me. That's not good. All right, hold on. I don't need to get too low here. I am at 8,200 foot or something, so that's probably low enough. That's pattern altitude. Didn't have to give away a lot of altitude there. I was only at 9,500. But, yeah, Aspen picking 7,800. Sorry, so I can.
Tower, November 8134 Quebec.
All right, so we're right over. If I remember, we're right over this little hill here, and that might be what we have right there. Seen any? Nope, that's just still part of the interstate. I got to be getting close. Hopefully I'm not flying right over the top of the doggone thing.
Aspen Tower, good evening. November 2023.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it was kind of hidden a little bit by that cloud, and we're a little high here, guys. Okay, let's cut some altitude. Let's land this baby like we're in the bush, huh? There's a scenery anomaly right there. Weird. Second notch of flaps coming in. Boy, we're on the steep. On the steep. It's all right. Full flaps. We have a nice long runway, so we don't have to worry. Yeah, look at that. Definitely default scenery, which causes that anomaly in the terrain around the airport. Makes it look like everything's a cliff. We're going to need to maybe come in here and do some work. It's too beautiful of an area to have kind of crummy default scenery anomalies. Okay, we're a little quick still. Not too bad, honestly. We did end up quite a ways too high. But they built it. We'll go ahead and use it. There we go. We're down. We are down. And we'll go beta just because we can. We don't really need to. Watch these brakes. That thing, it is awesome. Totally awesome. We'll get out of the way of the guy behind me. It's the least I can do since I cut him off and almost ran into him. Yeehaw. Alright, alright, alright. Where do we want to go? All these fancy pants in their hangars? I don't even know. Looks like we've got some guys over here. We'll taxi to the right. And let's take landing lights off. Ground point niner, Kodiak 11816. I better not go any farther then if we have ground point niner. Let's do that. 121. Point a niner. Oops.
November 21 Delta Alpha, wind 200 at 6, runway 15, clear to land.
All right. Let's see. Are we off on probably Alpha 3, maybe? And ground Kodiak 11816. We're clear runway 15, just heading to the FBO.
Kodiak 11816 Aspen ground. Good evening, sir. You can taxi to the FBO via Alpha.
Alpha to the FBO, November 11816. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure the Kodiak. This is kind of like a biz jet type of place, or like a TBM maybe. But does the Kodiak really fit in? I don't know, but we're gonna make it fit in. So let's see. Kenny Monster predicts a back injury. No, negative 299. I got to get that set up. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I got to get it set up because it's probably shocking how really bad the landings are. But yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. By the way, Kenny, how'd you do on Slant Alpha's deal yesterday? Were you able to get some good predictions and get in the running? I saw Trax won it, but didn't know how you did. Hey, look at that. We've got somebody farting around in a helicopter. How awesome is that? Heck yeah. Look at that. Let's see him grease that sucker right in there, man. So that's at least one CSL that's working better than I had before, because last time the helicopter looked like a 727 or something. It was wild. That's cool. All right, we're going to pull in next to our friends here. Oh, we got the traffic blowing past us. Limo, of course, a little stretched out limo. We're going to slide in here. So I want to start by saying thanks to, again, all the Denver area air traffic controllers who came out and helped out. It really made this event even more fun. It's always fun flying out in this area, but you guys, you bring something to the game, to the sim, I should say, that makes it more than just a game. So appreciate you taking some time out of your night. It's all volunteer stuff, and it does not go unnoticed. So thank you again. Thanks to the virtual USA Flying Club. Thanks for getting a midweek event like this organized and giving a slacker like me something to do on a Tuesday night. Appreciate that, and I look forward to more stuff that you guys have in the future, especially those February events are going to be a kick in the pants. Always fun to hang out with you guys. So JPC, appreciate it, and the rest of you guys, we'll definitely be talking to you later on. Let's just take 2 seconds here. We'll shut her down and talk about what's coming up on the stream later on. I need a better camera view down here, to be honest. Let's see. Turn the lights off, beacon off, pitos can come off, alternator, generator off, ignition's off, starter's off, avionics, auxiliary fuel pump can go off, bus master, crud. Well, next time I power up, I'll have flaps coming up on me. Doggone it. Here, let me just put the master power on just for a second to get those flaps coming up. By the way, 249 Dexter, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to Prop Culture. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. And I look forward to we're a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday crew around here. And again, a lot of this type of GA stuff, and we'll get up in those mountains and try to find those little, what did Steve PHL call it? A little scratch of dirt. That's totally awesome, man. That's a great description. Appreciate you stopping in. So speaking of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, here's what's coming on the stream later on. The rest of this week, at least, anyway, and it's after that it gets a little bit more gray, I guess. But we'll be doing some heavy testing Thursday. We're going to see if the Captain Sim L1011 fires back up and see how that responds to the new motherboard. Saturday will also be heavy testing. We're going to be looking at the DC-8 from Captain Sim, and those are my two frame heaviest aircraft, and so I'm really excited to see how they respond with the new motherboard, the new CPU, and with any luck I'll actually have it in its case instead of sitting here in pieces on my desk. But that's what's happening Thursday and Saturday. Then next Tuesday, this time, there's the Train It Up Tuesdays. We'll be in the Carenado Phenom 300 having some fun. That's up in the Chicago area. No, I take that back. That's the Tuesday the 11th. Where the heck is Train It Up Tuesdays? I'm gonna have to look for that. But anyway, you can look for that on the VATUSA.net, and that's what we'll be in. Thursday after that, some more heavy testing. Really Thursday and Saturday, some more heavy testing with a few of the other aircraft that we're still loading up and seeing what's going on. So yeah, Frankenputer, it is true. It is so true. I need to take a picture of it, and I'll put one on the Discord. So you can connect with me on the Discord if you want. Just do a little search for Melvin Leroy. I don't know if the link in the outro works anymore, but or I do archive this stuff on the Melvin Leroy YouTube channel. You're welcome to kind of go check it out there as well. So and don't forget about Jet Pilot Cinnamon. Don't forget about us next Thursday. Holy cow, maybe I don't have you on my schedule. I will fix that, my friend. I definitely will fix that. So instead of doing some heavy testing next Thursday, I'll be flying with. That's right. You guys are doing the Long Island up in that area, right? Is that right? Yeah, we'll check it out. Go to the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord channel. You can get all the information in their events server. So Yeah, okay, I think that's about it. I hope you guys have a fantastic remainder of your day. If I don't talk to you again, have a great rest of your week. Until I see you next time, I'll be looking for you on the TCast. Take care. God bless.